Welcome back, everybody. You are tuned into the Now Morning Show right here on TTT. Remember, we're also on Talk City 91.1 FM, and we are streaming live on Facebook at the Now Morning Show Facebook page. Now, it is time to highlight TNT talent abroad. With me this morning is Judaline Cassidy. She's a tradeswoman, activist, speaker, and so many other things. So we're going to find out exactly what those things are. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. I'm really excited to have you here because, I was reading up on your bio and, the things that you have gotten involved in and the things that you champion. It really resonates well with me, and as we were seeing earlier, Ainka as well. So congratulations on all the wonderful things that you have accomplished so far. But the public needs to know what you've been up to. So you're a tradeswoman.
Yeah.
First and foremost, that is not a field in which you hear of too many women in. And, that is something that, for one, needs to change. And for the women who are involved in it, they need to be, well respected just and paid just as much as the men. Yeah. But we'll get into that topic.
Yes.
So, Judaline, you have founded an NGO. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I started a nonprofit called Tools and Tiaras. And at Tools and Tiaras, we expose, inspire, and mentor girls about the lucrative careers in the construction industry. And my passion is to really teach girls that jobs don't have genders. Right.
And the thing is, this industry in particular, the trade industry, is one that you've seen dominated by men. What made you interested in going into trades?
So I grew up here in Trinidad and Tobago from Diego Martin, and
right.
I wanted to be a lawyer growing up. And my great-grandmother who took care of me, she passed away, and I wasn't able to afford to go to university. And the trades was the next best option.
Right.
So I had a choice of electrical or plumbing. And in my mind, I said, electrical, you get shock; plumbing, you get wet; plumbing, here I come. And that's how I chose plumbing. But I
right.
literally fell in love with it the moment I started doing plumbing. And I've been a plumber for over 24 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you went from the train. That's such an interesting story there. You went from going mentally on train to being a lawyer into trades, and you realize, well, that's where your passion lies.
Yeah.
And it's just so beautiful when you could find your passion and do something you love doing.
Yeah, I really love being a plumber. I love being a plumber because it works the amazing parts of my brains that I like. I love to solve puzzles, and I love being a plumber because of all the dead presidents. That's real. That's for real.
Yeah. No, just real talk. Yeah. That's right. If anybody didn't catch that one, she means the money.
Yes.
All right. So you said you started that here. Where did you study in Trinidad before you left?
Before I went to Diego Martin Secondary, and then I went to John Donaldson Technical Institute, as it was called then.
Right.
Yeah.
John D. And now it's UTT
yeah.
campus. And you did your trade there,
yeah.
and then you went abroad.
Yeah.
What took you abroad?
I got married, and my husband wanted to just start a new life, and we moved to the United States. And when I got there, I actually was a babysitter, a housekeeper. I did those things before I actually get back into my love of being a plumber. And I was the first woman to get into the Staten Island local.
Wow.
As a woman, being an immigrant with an accent, it was difficult. But my work ethics, I just believe that I can't let anybody stop me in what I want to do. I have grit, tenacity, and moxie, and I just negotiated with my lawyer skills
right.
with the guy to give me that job. And that's how I got in. I really fought, and I continued to fight to be there, and also to encourage a lot of people in America and all over the world that the trades is a really lucrative career. And it's also, if you want to save money, it's coming 2020 this year here, we're going to pay a lot more for plumbers, for electricians, for people with the AC units, because we're not encouraging our kids to get into these careers. We make them, they look down on people that are in the trades and think like they're not smart, but you have to be really smart to do what I do.
Yeah, that's right. You do have to be really smart. I mean, I myself, I think and try to do things myself and stuff, and I can't always figure it out. But yeah, when you're able to actually view a problem and find a solution for it, it takes a lot up here to get that done. The experts in the trades like yourself and the many others who are out there doing it, it's not something that comes easily. It's not it's something that should be respected, as we're saying. And we have a video here, just an excerpt from one of the news clips, actually.
Trinidad and Tobago. Growing up, I wanted to be a lawyer, but I couldn't afford to go to law school because my grandmother, who took care of me, died. So the trades was the next best option. The instructors and the teachers at the school looked at me and was like, no way you can do this. And I actually, because I lift weights, I picked up the cast iron pipe and I dropped and I was doing push-ups to show to show that I was strong. And I was one of the first 3 women to actually get into that program. Once I became a plumber and realized that I have a superpower and I can walk around and people actually need me before they need a lawyer, changed how I believe in myself. And I didn't want any little girl to grow up thinking that she wasn't important and she couldn't do it.
Yeah, and there we go. That's just a nutshell of, you know, your journey so far. And, you know, being a woman in the industry, you must have faced trials, especially from being surrounded by men who may think, you know, because some people still have that narrow mentality that women don't belong in certain fields and such. What type of challenges did you face?
I face a lot because being an immigrant woman, 4'11" and 7'8", people look at me and automatically think like I can't do this. So a lot of times I was relegated to going out for coffee for the group. I wasn't given the opportunity to read the blueprints or any of those things, but I had to do this on my own. Like I didn't wait for somebody to give me the opportunity. I created or took the opportunities myself.
And, you know, you just keep fighting the good fights. And again, with your NGO, the Tools and Tiaras, yeah, you know, congratulations on all you've accomplished. And, you know, all the best of luck with everything moving forward, and keep fighting that good fight.
Thank you. And it's kind of weird that Tools and Tiaras, I gave a speech and I said that you should give a girl a tool and a tiara, which is giving her confidence and independence. And the universe said that thing that you want to do, for girls, you got to do it. And I did it. And it's actually named Trinidad and Tobago when you shortened it. That's what it's called.
That's true, right?
TNT, yeah.
Serendipitous. All right, so I want to thank you so much, Judaline Cassidy, tradeswoman, activist, speaker, and owner of the NGO Tools and Tiaras. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.